Right. Are you ready?
Sir, are you sure about the fat?
I'm Timothy O'Brien. I know what I'm doing. Right. Can you start? Is everything ready?
Yeah.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, action. Good evening, everyone. My name is Timothy O'Brien, and this is Lada and Tyler. Thank you all so much for your support tonight and for being one of the first few people to view Ireland's new tourism campaign, Ireland, where it feels like home. We're very excited to launch this campaign for spring 2020, and we are eager to hear your responses. I personally think we've already captured the essence of what it means to be.
That's hilarious, that is.
Yes, lots of joy, the stunning representation of Ireland, wouldn't you think? Who wouldn't want to live in a country like this, our beautiful home?
It's hilarious because that looks nothing like Ireland.
Where are you going with that, like?
You mean to say what angle?
Angle? You mean the owl triangle? Could it be any more twee?
Not an ounce of modernity in that. You want to put it out to the world, we go to Cayley's every night, drinking Guinness.
You should see where I live. I can't even find a tree, never mind climb one like your one in that video.
You're making out that Ireland is picture perfect. It's so old-fashioned too.
Ah, Jesus, every actor in the bleeding thing has red hair, throw a few freckles on, and they're Irish.
Sure, half the people I know don't even have white skin, never mind freckles.
And even if they do, they're covered in fake tan. You wouldn't know what colour most young ones are born. Don't even get me started on the lashes either, it's all so fake.
Talking of fake, look at the houses in that video. Do you live in one of them? Do you?
Most of the people I know don't even have a roof over their heads, never mind one of those fancy houses.
Well, I guess every country has its problems, but we just don't want to scream and shout about them when we're trying to...
Totally understand that you're trying to promote Ireland, but with all due respect, I think you need to have a little bit of a reality check, don't you? Show the real Ireland. Would that be so bad?
And show who's actually living here now. What you've shown there is a bit embarrassing. Even Americans trying to trace their great third cousin once removed would have some trouble with that.
They might have a point. And we did invite the focus group along after all.
Look, I get what your people are saying here, but the reality, how can we show that and promote Ireland? That's not what the people want to see, surely.
Sir, I'm not sure that type of talk would be appreciated.
What, is that not the truth?
Ah, no. Let this man speak. Let him say what he has to say about his Ireland.
All right, well, I don't mean for you to take anything I've said here offensive. I'm just saying that the Ireland you want us to showcase, well, to put it bluntly, it just doesn't sell.
It doesn't sell? Why? Why? Because I'm not white with red hair and freckles. Well, let me tell you something, young man. I am Irish, yes I am. My parents fought a tooth and a nail to get here a long time ago. Brought up with the Irish system. I speak a Dublin accent because I was raised around here. And if that doesn't sell, you can just...
All right. Well, I think we can take some notes and maybe amend certain aspect of the advertisement and perhaps...
Spend thousands to make the ad worse?
But, you know, sir, perhaps they're right. I did say in the initial meeting that I thought that...
Look, I get it. Your family's from Russia. And like I said, that is not the Ireland that we want to showcase.
But, sir, that is Ireland. That is the point. You're showing an Ireland to Irish people that may as well have been shot in Narnia. Ireland is not like that now.
It's true. We did say this to you all along. Ireland is different now.
Can I ask, sir, where exactly are you from? You don't sound too Irish yourself.
Where am I from? Well, I'm Irish American.
Irish American? So you're not even Irish and you get to judge what constitutes Ireland today.
Can I ask, what generation did your Irish ancestors move to America?
Wait, hold on now. I am Irish. My families and my ancestors have upheld the Irish traditions for generations, and we are Irish.
Just answer the question, please.
I believe it was just after the famine. What does that matter?
After the famine. And do you think America opened their arms to your ancestors, do you?
Oh, why, yes, they did. The Irish built America. They made it what it is to this day. That's why I'm proud to be and always will be Irish.
You actually don't see it, do you?
See what?
You're just after admitting that another culture made America where it is today.
Yeah, you're a hypocrite. You're promoting an advertising campaign that promotes one culture, appearance and identity.
The terrible time that your ancestors had to get to America too. They had to leave because they had a huge issue, so your ancestors were starving.
The famine is coming. The stench is in the air. The famine is coming. Beware, beware. Sickness, disease, death come too. People on the roadside staring longingly at you. Feed me, they cry. The landlord didn't, so they curl up and die. One by one they wilted and withered away, never again to see the cold light of day. Nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. The legacy of the Irish was set to burn and burn. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the souls of the departed, a time in our history, a long lost memory set to rust.
My stomach is rumbling. Can you hear it? It's big and it's bloated and so sore. It's so painful at night that I wake. I feels like I haven't slept in years. Dad's gone to look for help, Mum says, but he hasn't come back for days. I miss him. Our dog Rex is gone too. He never usually strays, but the hunger must have gotten to him as well. Mum cries at night. She thinks I can't see, but I can. She gets vexed when I tell her I'm hungry and hit me the other day when she saw my mouth green stained from the grass I'd eaten. She said, "We're not animals yet," and she cried. She cried so loudly that day. I thought her wailing would never stop. I keep telling her that we should go, we should escape, and all that she says is, "To where?" She keeps saying that we've nowhere to go and that nobody cares if we live or die. I really hope that's not true. I keep saying the rosary. I say it 3 times a day now since Mom stopped. God will help us find food. I know He will.
It was awful. It really was a terrible way to leave their country. But they did make up when they got there, at least.
Do you think the Yanks welcomed your great-great-grandfather off that boat? Do you? Get a hold of yourself, man.
Hey Tony, how's it going? The usual, is it?
The usual, Barney, thanks.
No problem. Jeez, Tony, everything alright?
Everything's fine, Barney. Everything's just hunky-dory.
Except
We're being infiltrated, aren't we? Those damn useless good-for-nothings.
infiltrated.
Have you not noticed, Barney?
Ah, the Irish you're talking about.
You got it in one.
Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of them. Ships full. At every corner I see Irish looking.
Barney, it's gone too far. I was reading the Boston Post today, right? 37,000 of them arriving in just over a year with their hands out. They're everywhere in my neighborhood. And you know my wife Marge? Yeah, she's scared to go out at night. They're wailing out at them. And also, the language they speak, it's cruel on the ears.
Talking about the Irish, I couldn't help overhearing you guys. Can't stand them neither.
You see, Barney? Even she agrees.
You know what I hate the most about them? Their hygiene. Have you seen the state they're in when they get off that boat? You'd expect them to at least wash themselves before they enter a dignified country like ours. Jeez. Barney, you need to fix your stools. I tell you, it's disgraceful. They take no pride in their appearance, behavior, or aroma for that matter.
They're a scourge on Boston. They really are. People aren't happy and something has to be done.
Here, here. Throw another shot in my glass there, Barnes. Speak of the devil. Surely he's Irish. He sure's got the looks of one anyway.
Don't believe it. They're ignorant as well as stupid. Hey, Barn, you got your sign up outside?
Yeah, Tom, boy.
We've got company, the unsettling kind.
Great. Hey, mister, did you not see the sign?
Sign?
Yes, sweetheart. You're not welcome here.
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't read the sign.
What, you blind kid? It's on the door staring you in the face as you walk in.
I'm not the best at reading.
Yeah, clearly.
Look, I don't want any trouble. I just want to offer my services and see if I have any jobs going. I'm strong and fit and would be able to lift heavy barrels.
Lift barrels? Barney, he'd have every barrel in this joint drunk by midnight.
Oh, the Irish like a drink, don't they? A drink and a sing-song, that's all you're good for, aren't you? The Irish.
Except the problem is, you probably couldn't afford a drink now, could you, sweetheart?
And strong. You couldn't be egg Sonny Jim.
My name is Jack Shanahan, and I'm strong, and I wouldn't drink your ale. I want a job, that's all.
Well, I'm sorry, Jack, but you won't be finding one here.
Your kind ain't welcome here, Jack.
I don't want any trouble, ma'am. I just want to help my family. I just want a wage.
Don't you be speaking to a lady in that sort of tone, mister. You know what, Jack? I think I'll have to give you a quick little reading lesson, seeing as you Irish are too stupid to learn to read. Now, you see that sign over there? That says, no blacks, no dogs, and no Irish. Do you understand? Did you hear that, Jack Shanahan from Ireland? We don't want you or your kind in here.
But I just want to...
Well, you just best be hitting the road, Jack.
Get out!
Leave.
See, there's your evidence. It wasn't easy for us, and it's not easy for the newbies coming in now either.
Really, come on, everything has changed. Everything.
It has and it hasn't. There's still elements of it. People are never open to change. Much like yourself, not wanting to change your ad there.
Look, I'm really not trying for you to take offense here. It's just...
It's fake, that's what it is. Why are you finding it so difficult to depict the new Ireland?
I don't mean for you to take offense to anything I've said here. Look, with all due respect, I have a master's in advertising and promotion. I think I know what I'm talking about and what sells.
I don't care if you have a PhD and all that airy-fairy notion. People have come here from all across the globe. Some have come from terrible circumstances.
I did.
Look, there's a sob story everywhere, but is it gonna bloody sell?
Sir, come on now, that's a bit far.
Look, I'm not saying your story isn't important. I'm just saying that...
Look, I think we need to rethink this promotion. We need to rethink who we are now and where we've come from as a nation. She's right, sir. People don't want a chance to make a fresh start here. Do they not deserve to? For centuries, Irish people were given a fresh start by others when they really needed it. And people always need a fresh start, especially if they're brave enough to start again.
Alright guys, this has been a real pleasure. But just look at the time. Look, I will take your opinions and everything and pass them on to the powers that be. But I've really got to get to another meeting.
Will you though?
Yeah, I don't think you will. I think we've sat here and given you our time so you can still put it out into the media about that backwards nonsense.
Okay guys, let's get real here. This is an ad. An ad, people. What are you, a bunch of Greta Thunbergs?
Greta Thunberg? Yeah, alright. This is a representation of Ireland, isn't it?
I guess.
And it's going to be shown in and outside of Ireland, yeah?
Of course. This is a global campaign after all.
Well then, you need to show us all, don't you? The old, the new, all the cultures. I mean, there must have been times when Irish people left Ireland for better opportunities.
Are you joking? I spent 10 years in England. That's what we all did in the 80s. There was no work to be had here.
I went to Oz after college because I couldn't get a job. See, this is how it is and always will be. You have to go to where the opportunities are. They don't come to you.
Hello?
Did you get the message I sent you?
The one about the job in the newspaper?
You're not angry, no?
Nah, not really.
There are no jobs. Not one. Go to college, they said. Be an engineer, they said. Loads of work, they said. You know what I say? It's an absolute joke.
You have a job at least.
I've had that job since I was 15. I may as well still be doing paper rounds.
At least you don't have to sign on. They let me go on O'Brien's. But it's alright. I've a master plan.
Which is?
I'm going to Australia.
Australia?
Yeah, Aussie. Oi.
Right, Keane. You haven't money to buy a loaf of Brennan's and you're going to Australia.
Just wait till you see. I'll be topping up the tan on Bandy Beach.
It's Bondi Beach.
Whatever. I'll be topping up the tan. Meeting the beautiful ladies, making the connections, and you be in Sunset House pulling points with no women, making a pittance.
Making the connections. What are you qualified to do again?
Yeah, I might not have any qualifications, my nerd friend. You look at you, you've qualifications coming out your rear end, and you know it'll only be a couple of weeks till you're joining me in the old dog queue.
Oh, this sucks. I owe thousands on my loan and it's so scary.
Yeah, that is scary. I think the most I ever spent on my education was in all them four-siders you kept robbing, you scabby Nick.
No. What's scary is that I live in a world with Keane Grogan, who probably hasn't washed in about 3 days, is munching away on a chicken fillet roll, is right.
How did you know I was munching on a chicken fillet roll?
It's always a chicken fillet roll.
Whatever. You don't need papers to know that Ireland is screwed. I heard him talking about a Celtic tiger. There's wild animals on the loose now, as well as everything else.
No, it's the economy. Forget it. So what do we do?
I told you, Oz is the only way forward. Dublin's a kip anyway.
No, it's not. I love it here.
Oh, well, you love it all you want. There's no jobs here. There's only a big, long, lonely dog queue. Your little pieces of paper aren't worth anything here. It's only worth something if there's work, and work is something I'll want to have for a very long time. But once I save enough for my DJ sets, I want to play 'em, bro. I'm out of here.
DJ sets? I have a master's, for God's sake.
Well, your masters won't save you from this tiger. I'm telling you, come with me.
Oh, I don't know. It's so far away. And you know I burn terribly in the sun. And of course, my mum, you know she wouldn't.
Oh, you're pure mammy's boy, come on.
Plus, I never really wanted to go to Australia.
You gotta go where the opportunities are, man. Unless the dough queue's your thing.
I guess you're right.
Right, I've to go and walk in here to collect the dough. You'll be with me soon enough, pal.
Yeah, sure. Alright, I'll see you later.
Look, thank you all for your time, but we've really overrun. It's getting quite bad when we're talking about recessions and the like. Depressing, actually.
Look, we're not trying to ruin your ad. You just need to add more cultures. This is our country, and we don't need some big shot snobby director to tell us who and what makes up our country.
Okay, this has just gone too far. We've been here for over 3 hours, and I really have to get to another meeting.
Well, sir, we should really listen to these people.
Typical women, running with their emotions.
Excuse me?
Well, you're just letting them get into you. Let them get into your head. With a man, probably not.
My God, I thought you were backwards, but this is too far.
I've never been spoken to like that in my life. Running with your emotions. Really? Well, you've never seen my angry emotions, and you're about to.
Look, girls, this is business. You just wouldn't understand.
Wouldn't understand, says he that only got his job because your wife is the director of the company. I'd love to know what you have to say about your sexist comments.
Okay, girls, no need for threats.
No threats.
0 threats.
What we will need is respect.
Respect?
Respect.
As you can see, we agree what this focus group are saying, and the way you're saying to us, because we're silly women, is exactly why families leave their countries to come to Ireland so that their girls will not be treated as second-class citizens.
Oh my God, I thought we were done with sexism in this country. It's a long time since the laundries were about. Back then, girls were treated like dirt, seen and not heard. You wouldn't possibly understand what that was like. Slave labour it was. And if girls come in here for a better life now, they bloody well better get it. Do you hear me, mister?
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. Is she watching?
No, I think she's still pretending to read the Bible over there. She's been reading the same page all morning.
So come on, tell us the news. Well, I'm after getting a letter. From who? How'd you get past that Bible brigade there? As you know, I have my ways.
Come on, girl, who's it from?
It's from John.
You're John? Oh my God, that's so exciting.
What are you screeching about our Lord over there for? Our Lord has no business in folding dirty sheets.
Sorry, sister.
Doesn't look like work to me, girls. Do you want more sheets to keep you on task?
No, sister. Keep quiet, will you? Screaming and taking the Lord's name in vain will get me caught.
God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So come on, spit it out. What to say? Oh, girls. It's the best news ever. He said he's finally got all my letters and he's gonna take back our baby and we're gonna go to Holyhead and we're gonna get married and he's gonna take me out of this prison and oh girls, I'm gonna see my Marie again. Oh Mary, you know what? I'm actually so happy for you. That's great news.
When did he say he was coming for you?
Well, he hasn't said yet, but he said he'd write again soon. Girls, he's going to save me.
When's the last time you got a letter from your man?
A few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Could have sworn it's more like a few months, Mary.
Yeah, well, weeks can feel like months in here, can't they?
So you believe him, do you?
Of course I believe him. Why would he say that if he didn't mean it, Bernie?
Men say a lot of things they don't mean.
Would you give her over? She's after getting good news and you just want to spoil it on her.
Spoil it? No, girls. I'm just being realistic. Your fellas are coming for you, Mary, and you won't be seeing your Marie again.
Why are you saying such horrible things for? You don't know anything about my John. He's been looking into...
Ah, stop. How long have you been in here now, girls? You've been here for years.
Years. And where have the men been? Where have our fathers, brothers and fellas been? I'll tell you where they've been. They've been down in the pub, meeting women, getting on with their lives whilst we rot in here. Men rule the roost in this world, girls. And the sooner you realise that, the better. They rule the home, they rule the church, they rule society. Men rule the whole world. Us women, merely a pawn in that cruel game. So you think that your fella, after all these years, has stood inside to be our knight in shining armour, do you? After 4 whole years?
I don't know, Mary. All I know is we are here years. She's right on that one, and no one's ever tried to help us.
Why do you not believe it'll come for me either, Belinda?
Nobody cares, girls. Nobody cares for the voiceless. And by God, we are the voiceless. We can't ask for help because we are the unclean. We are the unrepentant sinners. And we sure as hell will never see our babies ever again.
Shut up! Shut up, shut your lying mouth, Bernie!
Look, Mary, I'm sorry. Look, girls, we just can't rely on any man to get us out of here because they're the ones that put us in here in the first place. But you know what? We get out together. We get the furs away from Ireland and start afresh. Somewhere good for us, girls. Somewhere only we know.
The buck falls with me, well so the adults they say. We have a family of 8, and bread and milk we must pay. And I know that is my duty, I know that it's just our way. But oh, how I wish these walls so confined and tight weren't my only vision day through tonight. I just wish, oh how I wish, I could go out and be free. Free to be the girl who is told, you can do it. You yourself are the key. You can be educated, intelligent, and free to speak your mind. But I am told otherwise. I'm a girl who must be meek, malleable, nothing but kind. Oh, I wish, oh how I wish, there could be another way. One where I could go to school, laugh, have fun, and not care what they have to say. I could be clever and have a voice to speak up loud, be not just another duplicate face in the unrelenting crowd. I could be somewhere where I could just be, and my hands would be soft and I could finally see things that I can only dream of now, see beauty, openness, expression, and wow. This place where women can be women, and proud to be so. A place for only us, somewhere only we know.
So yes, look at that. Yes, Ireland has moved on so much from then, but that did happen, and its effects are still being felt today. Women may no longer be second-class citizens here in Ireland, but they're still treated like that all over the globe.
Okay, you just need to stop. I don't care that people had to leave for better opportunities. I don't care that the people had to leave for natural disasters. I don't care if people had to leave for better jobs. And everything else you're shoving down my throat. Read my lips. I do not care.
Sir, you can't say that.
I can say what I like, and those people aren't going to make any difference to my ad, my opinion. Okay, stop.
Excuse me, we don't matter, do we not?
No, you most certainly do not. I don't care that some L1 was in the laundries. I don't care if people had to leave on a very long journey. I don't care if some tiger took over this country. I only care what looks good, and everything you're saying most certainly do not.
Oh my God, I didn't come down to Liffey on a head of cabbage. I've seen the likes of you before, and we're not going to let you walk all over us.
I think the people have spoken, sir.
I think it's time you left.
You can't do this. You can't kick me out of my own focus group meeting.
We can and we will.
The people have spoken, sir. The Ireland you're trying to sell is a dud, a fake. And clearly, no one's interested in buying it. Goodbye, sir.
You'll regret this. You'll never work in another advertising industry again!
We're creative, sir. We're in huge demand. We can actually think outside the box.
You, on the other hand, unfortunately just deserve one.
See you around, Mr. O'Brien. I'm sure you can see yourself out.
Focus group, we thank for your input. However, I think we're going to still stick with the tagline, feels like home.
Even after everything we said, you're still gonna show that?
No. Please calm down. You don't understand.
I think we understand perfectly. You're just the same as him.
No, we certainly are not. Don't worry. It's the same slogan, but it means something else.
How?
It's about who we once were.
It's about who we are now.
It's about who will become together.
This is our home.
This is our Ireland.
Let's go! If there's life in the East.
I was born, my mother's from Dublin. I was born in Dublin, and I was born in the mother and baby's home in Dublin.
Asking for me, you already know.
Since women gained the right to vote, today we as a people have spoken, and we say that we trust women and respect women to make their own decisions and their own choices.
The air that we breathe, the same everywhere.
I think this project is important to highlight the inequality that's been going on from years ago and even to this day is still going on. And I think that with this project being shown to primary schools all across Dublin, the topic of inequality and other aspects will be more aware and will get people to start thinking a lot more and to really change, if you get me.
I think this project was very beneficial for me because I got to learn how women were treated in the past, and I think going forward women shouldn't be treated like second-class citizens.
I think this project is great at acknowledging things like sexism, racism and discrimination, and I think that it's important to bring light to these issues so that we can grow and improve from them.
What I've learned from this project is that we've come far, but we still need to come further as a community.
This really shows, and it's really gonna put out to kids, raise awareness that how racism is and how sexist this world is and how people are. The film really shows the real reality of this world and how people really are, and I feel like it really shows what it really does.
I think it's important for young people to be open to different races, cultures and religion, because Ireland is changing for the better and we all need to be included.